Hi, Violet. Hello, Violet. Hi, everybody. Hi, Chamaka. Hi, John. Hello, everybody. Don't mind me. I don't know why I'm excited, though. Oh, there's noise. Let me turn off my fan. Give me a second. And let me use my AirPods to reduce the noise as well. Pull my people. I've missed you all, Chiamaka. Hey, Daddy. Hey, Daddy. Hey. Daddy, this is the new dancing style. Let me add you so I will teach you the dancing style. Okay, so I'm adding our coach right now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another session of 412. We're trying to see more people join.
See me well. I want to be sure you are seeing me well.
I can see you well. Hello, Daddy.
Fantastic. I'm glad to be back. I missed you guys. Where have you guys been? Where are you? You guys are not serious. You've just abandoned me out here. I've missed someone to hang out. I am angry with you all. All of you
Please
put together. Maybe you're tired of hearing my voice. I know you don't like truth. I will tell you the truth. So let's fashion this man. Let's fashion this man. He's always saying the truth. Let's go and hear some lies. Are you tired? Are you not tired of listening to lies?
We are actually. We're tired of
Quite a lot of them out there. How are you all?
Fine, thank you, sir. We're glad to have you.
Same here.
Welcome on board, everybody.
Yes.
So, Daddy, today we'll be talking about deception, discretion, and details in relationship.
Yes.
So the general aim or objective of this topic is basically for you to, we'll be asking you a couple of questions, and for the general
Amaka, my darling, we miss you, coach. I miss you too. Amaka. Don't mind them. I'm just excited to be around. So go ahead.
Wait, sir, see what I'm seeing here. There is some mingling going on here. So Malik is asking Amaka, Amaka, are you single?
Don't leave her alone. She's not single, she's double. But she's doubly single, singly double. Leave her alone. Okay.
All right, so the general aim of our topic today basically is to figure out, when is the right time to say certain things in a relationship.
Yes.
Is there anything like full discretion? Is there anything like too much information in relationships?
Yes.
So, sir, I don't know if you have if you want to give us, I want to give you 5 minutes, to just share some thoughts with us. Then I'll go straight into some of the questions I have here with you.
I know you have quite a lot of questions. But,
yes, I do.
You know my style, because we have an hour to share our thoughts. I'd like to ask everybody here now to please share this link with all your friends out there.
Yes.
The things I'm about to share were mind-blowing, and some of you will not agree with me. And this is the reason why we have many breakups and heartbreaks. So you don't want to miss my thoughts on this very sensitive, serious issue. Please, I beg you, ping everybody in London, in Australia, in the US, in Nigeria, everywhere.
Share. Let me share.
Share everything you can share. Send the link out.
I see you, Taiwan.
Make sure you send everything out. I know you are excited seeing your people. Let me share my thoughts with you.
All right, sir.
Let me share my thoughts with you quickly. Now, you will give me more than 5 minutes. Take notes. All of you take notes. My style is this. I will be giving 10 minutes to speak like I'm preaching. Then you will give me 40 minutes to ask me questions on what I've shared. And if you have questions on what I've not even spoken about, you'll be giving time to also send the questions to my hostess, Sandra. So you can ask us questions. You can be very interactive. So this is a time for me to share my thoughts. Note your points as I share my thoughts. The topic is discretion, deception, and details. In other words,
Details, yes.
how much info is too much? How much information is too much? Let me start by defining those three things, especially the first two. Deception is when someone deliberately or is deliberately hiding information from another. Deliberately, not the word deliberately. That's deception. And also giving the wrong information about himself or herself to sway you into believing him or her and making a commitment to him or her. So I can deceive you by giving you deliberately, giving the impression I'm worth $1 million, and it's deception. So that you can be swayed into making a commitment to me. I can deceive you that I'm a spirikoko, not just money, spirikoko. So I can deceive you to love me and say you want to marry me. You only find out when you marry me that I don't even read my Bible. I don't even know where the book of Nahum is. You say, yeah, I've been scammed. That's why we have the word romance scams. People that do romance scams everywhere. They deceive the young people and I'm in love with you. They give wrong information to bring them to their side. That is deception. The key word is intent and deliberate. They're deliberate. Number two, discretion, on the other hand, is different from deception. It's when someone is being careful about giving too much information to the other person until feeling safe or safer in their hands. I repeat, being careful, that's discretion. I'm discreet. I'm not deceptive. I'm not deceiving you, but I'm discreet about what I give to you until I feel safer. For me, from you, that's wisdom in action, not deception. The opposite of this would be what we call naivety. A girl, a boy can be so simple, can work with his or her emotions that the person becomes a foolish person, not wise. You use your heart, not your head. You use your head with discretion. You say, wait a minute, I love this person, but I don't know this person. Can I feel safe with this person? Can I share everything with this person? The third one, of course, details, is when one engages in full disclosure. Full disclosure, that's details. With the person they are dating to their own heart. You can tell somebody everything about you and you regret it. Now, let me give you 2 or 3 scriptures to consider as we now share my thoughts on it. I've defined the three. The deception, discretion, and details. Now let me give you some scriptures. Number 1, my very popular passage, Matthew chapter 7, verse 6. It says, Sandra, give not that which is holy. Holy means hallowed. An information about yourself that is very, very hallowed. Sacred information about your past relationships, about your past, about your present net worth, about those things are hallowed, sacred to you alone. Sacred from the word secret. Give not that which is holy to the dogs. Oh, this guy that is in love with me, I'm in love with, is he or she a dog? Let me find out if it's not a dog, if it's a friend. If I give it to, he said, neither cast your pearls. Your pearls, Amaka, something that is precious. Pearl is a diamond, very precious, expensive, worth a lot to swine. So you see, the key issue is not to give the information, is to who you are giving it to.
Who are you giving information to?
I am willing to give my pearls to my wife, Adefunke. I'm willing to give my holy, what is hallowed to my funke, because she has been proven to be a friend, not a dog. To be my best friend, not a swine. Until I'm sure the person is not a swine or a dog, be discreet with how much you give. Do not blame the dogs, because it says, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again to tear you to pieces. Can you imagine? They will trample them. They will put that information on social media about you. They will show the thing that is both hallowed between both of you on social media and tear you into pieces. You now say, oh, am I known? Don't blame them. I blame you. Because you did not verify they are not dogs. You thought they were sheep and you gave it out. So it's not giving it out, it's whom you are giving it to.
Yes.
I can give my money to GT Bank, they will keep it. If I see a bank across the street saying, now we get an international bank, I don't know you, they will be first. I won't put my money there. I'll be careful how I put my money in just anywhere. Because it's a church, doesn't mean I'll enter. Or it's a bank, doesn't mean I'll put my money there. Number 2, Genesis 2:25. It says, they were both naked and not ashamed. That's a key word. Be sure that you will be naked to someone you will not be ashamed of, or will not be ashamed of your nakedness. Nakedness means to give everything, information. Make sure the person you are sharing everything with will not be ashamed. Because be careful, you might be naked and the person is ashamed and runs or tells the whole world, hey, whoa, come and see the person in love with me, or I'm in love with. So be careful who you are naked before. They may be ashamed of you. Number 3, a wise woman builds a house. The foolish one plucks it down. So a wise lady builds a relationship. So you must deploy wisdom, not just emotions. So let me now give you my tips, all of you out there, for you to survive. Number 1, relationship is a process. We should walk through the process and not jump it. Relationship is a process, meaning allow it to grow. As you grow in your relationship, divulge information. When I was a child, I behaved as a child. So a childlike relationship gives childlike information too. Every relationship is growing. So make sure you grow and mature it before you give it mature information. My child at age 5, I will not tell how much money I'm worth. My child at age 15, I will not disclose some information to. My child at age 28, I will say, sit down, son, I may die tomorrow. This is what your father owns and your mother owns. You get it now? My late father told me some things about my mother and himself when I was an adult, when I got married, not when I was young. He didn't tell me all those things then. Make sure you let your relationship grow. I loved my wife with my life when I got with her. But thank God for her. She didn't tell me a lot of things about her, and I didn't tell her a lot of things about me. Because we were just meeting, we were just growing. As we nurtured our relationship to growth, we started to give more information. So she didn't tell me from day one, hello, I'm US citizen. It might color my judgment. I didn't even know about it. I was not interested in it. All I was interested in was chasing her heart. I loved her so much. I wanted her heart in my hands so I can take care of the heart. Once she gives me the heart, I have everything. So I didn't go after a body, a wealth, a status. I just went after a heart. The heart is what matters more in relationship. With. So relationship is a process. I repeat, relationship is a process. We should walk through the process. Nurture that relationship. Every relationship is an entity of two hearts coming together. Nurture it to growth with information, with affection, with emotions. As you grow, you give more. As you grow, you give more. Don't go and divulge all at the inception, because a 2-3-year-old child cannot take certain information. They will run. It will be too much for them. 2, you should never hide from the person you intend to settle down with, because truth helps relationships. As much as I'm saying be careful with full disclosure, I'm also saying be very careful not to. Somebody is getting me angry. The coach is too romantic. Not to disclose everything you have on your inside. Be very careful. Truth helps. Truth will not hurt. So I don't need to know everything about you. Listen to this. I wrote here number 4. Number 3. I don't need to know everything about you that won't help our relationship together. Every information I give to you should edify and not crush. That's why I must be careful. I don't want to know how many women you've slept with or how many men. It might hurt me, not edify me. Why? I'm an emotional creature. I'm emotional. But if I ask you, it's different. You don't have to come to me and say, sir, I want to disclose. My pastor said disclose. When I was age 5, I slept. Age 15, I slept. I've slept with 35 men. That man will run away. Because that information will not edify any man. No angel on earth will be edified with such information. Do not lie. If I ask you, I see the way Sandra, you're talking to Shegun. Did you ever have an affair with Shegun? Oh, yes, we had something. It wasn't very deep. Then go on. Don't tell me all the naughty issues. I'm not interested. Oh, that's me. Childish. Babies will be interested. I'm not interested. All I know is that, did you have something to do? Yes. How deep? Let's move on. I hope nothing again, nothing anymore. Especially on intimacy and sexual partners, because it can be a cross. All things are good, but not all things edify. All things are good, not all things edify. Be careful with the information you share. They may not edify, they may crucify. So in trying to edify, don't crucify. So that's why I'm not going to seek certain information from you, because I know my heart cannot take it. All I know is I'm in love with you. I don't want to know everything. My wife, I love my wife. And when I was dating my wife 28 years ago, there's some things I didn't ask her 27 years ago. All I wanted was I fell in love with this woman in Bible school. This woman loved God. I loved who I was seeing. I was crazy about getting this woman. So I asked a few things about her past. Where are you from? What did you study? Oh, fantastic. I didn't ask. So tell me, how many relationships did you have? That would be a childish thing. She didn't ask me how many girls did you date? How many girls did you sleep with them? Did you commit abortion? How many abortions? No, I'm not interested. But if there's some things I should know, you should tell me. I'm not going to keep going out chasing you to say, tell me. No, those information may not edify me. Let me round up now. And mothers and fathers married as virgins, and they discussed everything then, but not now, because things have changed seriously. They married at a very early age. We keep forgetting that. We picked up this full disclosure, especially with sexual relationships, from our parents, and some pastors have taught it wrongly. I know a young pastor who was young and who taught and counseled a young lady to go and tell her fiance or her newly wedded husband, and I think they'll marry, everything that ever happened. She foolishly went there and told everything that ever happened to her, to the point where the woman said, even this other pastor has tried chasing me. Now that pastor tried chasing me. And this young man that they just got married to, that she was disclosing to fully, went to meet the GO of that big church. He said, this pastor, I don't did it right. Why? They tried to chase my wife. When she was, it became a serious matter. What, I mean, that was in the past. Now, these two pastors have their own marriages now. They're happy now. They now began to get calls. Their wives now found out that sometime when they were both single at different times, they had chased one other woman. I mean, excuse me, who needs all that? Who needs all that? Everything in the name of full disclosure. Don't make it a full disclosure. FOOL in place of a full disclosure. This is a full disclosure. You're a fool to disclose that much, because I don't need that much from you in the name of full disclosure. And those of people who are wise. Wisdom builds, foolishness wrecks. Wisdom builds, foolishness will wreck and destroy. Now, once a question is asked about the situation, you must tell the truth. You must.
Okay.
So should she come and say, Sandra, I think you had something to do with Shegun. Is it true? Don't say, Pastor said no full disclosure. I don't know. You are lying. Sandy Rocks, say the truth. Yes. Yes, we had something. Who told you? No, when somebody told me, well, it's true. He and I went out. It wasn't for long. And I like it. It's in my past. Can we move on, please? But I can bet you it's not a threat today. I'm in love with you. I want us both to go together and move together. I am in love with you, and let us have a relationship. But it was in my past, nothing more, nothing less. That's the way to work it. So you don't have to now start saying, no. Let me tell you everything I did in the past. That information will hurt. You don't have to share everything you had in the past with everybody. It should be in your past and should bury in your past. Don't come out and tell everybody what you've done. If God were to mark sin, who will stand? If all of us, only a few people are angels in this world, not only sexual things, but also lies, thoughts of our hearts towards people. You wish people dead. Can you please fully disclose those who wish dead, those who wish crippled, those who wish evil for? It doesn't make sense. Don't let us act holier than thou. When it comes to these matters, when you're in love with a woman, start a relationship well and move on. Move on with this woman and let the past be in the past. Forget that, all those things is not necessary. Don't get information that will come out of judgment and affect you emotionally with the person that you really want to settle down with. The person, we all have our past. Some people got born again late in life. Some got born again wrongly. Some stumbled into their salvation. And some were terrible guys when they were in the world. You know the point now? They were terrible. So don't now say, I will judge you with your life your former life in the world. And so I don't think I can trust you anymore. Because I heard You are too many women when you were younger. I was then, not now. I'm strong now. I love God
That
now. I
was
want to move
there.
on now.
That was there.
That was then. Finally, the things you are ashamed of and regret must be mentioned to him or her. Finally, the things you are ashamed of and you regret, because again, you don't want somebody else to hear it tomorrow,
I regret.
must be mentioned to her. Exactly. Let me stop here and let's see if I have one or two questions. And if you have questions, share with me. Deception, discretion, and details. I hope I've answered it. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. So thank you very much, sir, for that insightful introduction. So while you were talking, sir, let me start with my own questions. My own question. I'm going to be biased. I'm the anchor here. So you mentioned something about mature information. Yes. So I'd like you to give me examples of what you mean by mature information.
No. What I
Can you hear
said
me, sir?
is that relationships, yeah, I do. What I said is this: relationships must be treated like an entity. Entity means
Okay.
it's living organism. So grow with it. As you start your relationship before 6 months, do not give information that you should give at the seventh
Okay.
year at the first 6 months. As you mature in that relationship, as you grow that relationship, grow with the information you divulge. For instance, the first 6 weeks or the first 8 weeks, you met a lady, you say, "Hi, how are you? Can we go out on a date?" You go out on a date with the person, you sit out somewhere, or you're just trying to test the waters, know who this person is, understand a few things about her, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you met her in church, maybe you met her on a conference, maybe somewhere. So the moment you begin to get the people information about who you are, where you're from, what you like, so you begin to now grow into the next level of information is, telling the person your dreams, you say your own dreams. The next level is, you observe a few things. So as you begin to grow, you begin to nurture, then you both become a bit more relaxed. As you become relaxed, you start sharing information, you start fighting, you start disagreeing with the way she treated that waiter, the way he screamed at that person, the way he's always on the phone. You start sharing some thoughts. The person starts saying, this person, I'm talking to my mom, my aunt, my uncle, my this. So you start understanding a bit more about the person. You know the people that in his life that he treasures, he respects. People in her life she won't joke with. You find out why she's too connected to the mom, to the uncle, to the dad. Why? Oh, my dad is my hero. My dad is like this. So why? Oh, my dad loves me. So those, as you grow and nurture that entity called relationship, you give more information. So like a child, I won't give some information to my child, even though I love my child or my children. I love my daughter madly. I love my son badly. So I won't say, at my son at age 5, my daughter at age 6, my daughter Demilade at age 6. Let me tell you about your daddy. Your daddy is worth X amount of. She doesn't need that information. So that relationship with her must be nurtured to the point where she can be mature enough. She can embrace that information. She can grow with that information. Same with me and my wife. And we grow together. Nurture that relationship. We stepped on each other's toes. We fought each other a few times. We grew. We shared more information. We grew. Shared more information. We grew. And we started growing and growing and growing and growing. And today we're happily married.
Okay, thank you for that, sir. Okay, so the first question I have here is kind of personal. I think it's personal to the person that sent in this question. So the person is saying that they're in a relationship. They just got into a relationship. Okay, I think this is a guy. So the guy is saying he has 2 kids. The girl he's with has never been married. At what point is it okay for him to tell the girl that he has 2 kids? At what point is it okay for him to tell her?
My brother, I hope you're hearing me right now. At what point, I don't know what point you are in this relationship. I just told you that things grow. If you've gotten to the point where, number one, she understands what you want from her, which means marriage. Number two, you have sent sufficient signals to her, and she's bought into this man, that this man may be the man I want to settle down with. Share it with her now. Because again, the impression she has about this man is she's single. And I like this guy. He's not only single, he's got no kids. One of those kids were outside wedlock. Let her know. Don't take me too far into this journey to now tell me some things about you in the air. I would have loved to go back to the airport and jump down out of the plane. Don't take her too far to fall in love with you to the point that she regrets and now feels you've deceived her deliberately. Because it doesn't make sense that women, you know what? These are not questions women will ask you. These are information you should divulge. The moment I'm coming to meet you, I want to marry you. I'm not expecting you to say I have 5 kids. So I'm not going to ask you, hey, hi, what's your name? My name is Yomi Kasali. Great. Do you have kids? Women don't ask those kind of questions from single men. So if you have kids, you are the one that should divulge that. What's your name? Yes. What age? Yes. When did you school? Yes. What did you study? Yes. What do you do now? What are your dreams? Let's continue. So we'll continue. Oh, because I think and I believe a single young. So if you have kids, that is unusual and not abnormal. So you should give that information without me asking. So you can't say, but you didn't ask, yes, I didn't tell you. Excuse me, 95% of the men that want to marry are single and don't have kids. So if you have kids, you are in that 5%, so you are expected to give that information. Same with women. Except you have a ring, you've been married before, that's different. I won't go and meet a 22-year-old girl and say, I want to marry you. Are you divorced? You know the point that it could be.
Okay.
So you don't ask. But if you see a 55-year-old woman who is single, you say, oh, please, how many have you married before? That's a normal question to ask. How many kids you have? That's a normal question. Again, you look at the age and you expect the person to have been married before or be a divorcee or somehow. So, exactly. So, that man should not wait to be asked that question. The man should divulge that information. Because the heart of the woman is getting to fall in love with the man. And at this point that this woman is loving this man, it's important for this man to give the information to this woman. So that this man will know what she's getting into and not get dragged into it midway only for her to find out. It's not right. So let's get it.
Don't you? Okay, sorry, sir. But sir,
don't you think that? Throw it at
sir, don't you think that at the point of introduction, hi, my name is Sandra. I'm an architect. I've got 2 kids. Shouldn't that just flow at that point? Because it is me. And then we did the whole introduction. You didn't mention that. And then we've been talking for 2 months. You come back to tell, I'm going to go.
I don't think at the point of introduction the person should say I got 2 kids.
Are you serious?
I don't think so. At the point of introduction, that's madness. So every girl I meet, every girl I meet, I don't agree. Every girl I meet, I say, hi Sandra. Yes, my name is Sandra. I got 2 kids. Hey, I Shagun. I Deminade. My name is Sandra. I got 2 kids. Every day I meet in the world. My profile becomes I got 2 kids. What a way to introduce yourself. You know, it can even be offensive. The first thing is you're not even sure I like you. Wait.
Okay.
The first thing you do as a man, you walk close to a woman. Tell to that woman. You don't know like a salesman whether this man likes you. If the woman now likes you, the first 1 week, the first 1 month, you've gone out once or twice. Because everybody can say, I got 2 kids, I don't care. Get 20 kids, get away from my presence. You got no kid, I don't care. Because the man may not even like you, whether you have kids or you don't have kids. So let's first agree that this woman likes you before she loves you. There are 2 different things. I gotta like you before I love you. You get the point now? I can't love you immediately. It's after liking you, then I will then love you. Thank you, Miriam. My daughter is sending me in America, in Houston. Get ready. So it's after I like you, Sandra. Now, for you to now love me, let me quickly tell you who you are about to love or you are now in love with. Don't go too far, but don't go too early. Because I'm not even sure you like me in the first place. It's after you like me, and I have to quickly tell you a caveat, please do. During the course of our conversations and our dating, blah, 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 let me tell you something about me. Yes, I had 2 kids. Really? Yes. When I was in school, one of those days, I had a fling with a girl. She said she's pregnant. My mom told me I can't marry her. So my mom is taking care of the kids. The kid's name is so and so. So I left school. There was this other girl I liked. We started something else. I had a child for her as well, but no marriage, nothing. I have 2 kids out there. So right now, I just give them some house allowances. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's it. Now you've told her. She now goes home to say, am I interested in this thing or not? Let her now begin to think about it. And if it's a he, let him go and think about it as well. So I think it's true. It's not good to introduce yourself with your kids. Let's know who you are before we now know what you have. Your baggage should not come with your whatever. You get it now?
Okay, sir. So someone is asking, is it okay to marry a divorcee?
Why not? Depends. It depends on the situation of that divorcee. Why not? Divorcees are not. Divorce is not a curse. Divorcee is not a disease. So some people marry for wrong reasons early in life. When they're immature, you must always give every person a hear. Let's hear why they got divorced. You know, why not? If you're in love with the person that you know as a young person, why not? You're marrying a person, normally in the status. The state, the divorce state. You don't have to say anybody divorced, I won't marry. It doesn't make any sense. Some people just make wrong decisions early in life and they mature and want to move on with their lives. That's a past life.
Samia, you say at the backyard.
Let's say at the backyard. I will not change my position. See me at the back, standing up. I will not change my position.
Okay, I have a question here. What should I do if I sense that my partner is hiding some information about their past? I've asked them, I sense it, I've asked them, so what do I do at that point when they're not willing to divulge information?
Now, this presupposes that you know that they are hiding something, not speculation. Mm-hmm. Do not speculate. If you're speculating, I say maybe, that's what do I do if they're hiding? Ensure that you are sure that they're hiding. That means you know that this guy's got a child outside. You have your facts, correct? And you stylishly asked, and he's not denying, he's not just divulging. But so he could be afraid, he could be scared. So it depends on the kind of information we're talking about. But I can't just give a flat answer. It could be a question that also I would not want to divulge. We just met 2-3 months ago. You're asking me how much money am I worth. You're asking me what's my net worth, what's my bank statement like. I won't give you that information. I'll be very careful. Your father's uncle is that Dangote. Is it true? I won't give you that information. I'm trying to hide that from you now to know if you love me. Remember the movie Coming to America? The first part, not the second one. Not the second one. The first one was a great one. Eddie Murphy. He was a prince who came to America. Who was trying to look for a person that would love him for who he is, not for what he was. The what and the who are two different things. So it depends on the question that you are talking about. I'm always careful on this IG live because you guys always try to set me up with your questions. So you can divulge more information about the question, then I can give more details about the answer. So I would say, if you are sure the person is hiding something from you, it's wrong. Confront the person very much. It could be speculation, it could be wrong information, it could be gossip. If you are sure, ask the person, somebody told me that this is it true? Oh no, who told you that? That's not true. That's not me. Oh, they saw it on social media. Are you sure? Yes. Yomi Kasali, yes. There must be another Yomi Kasali out there. It could be. Somebody pick up something, told you about it, you run with it. My fiancé is lying to me, blah, blah, blah. Confront him if you're sure about it. Let him deny it. Then find out and you move on.
Okay, sir. Thank you for that. So there's a personal question here again. He got a salary increase and didn't let me know. Saying that I'm not supposed to know everything that happens. So, sir, what's she supposed to do? So sir, what's your take on this? Let me even calm down. So I'm married, sir. What's your take on so is the man supposed to let the wife know when he gets salary increase? Has he committed a crime by not telling her that he got a salary increase?
Husband and wife, different from fiance and fiancé. If you're married, it's obliged to let you know. Because two has become one. It should let you know. Two has become one. If you're not married, it's not obliged to tell you. Two is not yet one. Two is about to be one.
Okay,
if it tells you,
2 is 1.5.
If it tells you, there's nothing wrong with that. If it does not tell you, he has not committed a sin. I repeat, if it tells you, it is delightsome. Nothing wrong. If it does not tell you, he has not committed a sin. But once you are married, you are bound and obliged to tell the person. to tell your wife and your husband when there's a salary increase, there's a promotion. How you spend the increase is something different. How you do it, I don't want to get involved in your marriage, but you are expected, not telling the person. Because at the altar, what you said is, with all my worldly possession with you, I share. That's what you said at the altar when you did your vows. I will love you, everything. But before marriage, it's not mandatory. If he tells you, fine. If he doesn't tell you, he has not committed a sin because you are not yet one. No matter how much in love you are, you are not yet married.
Okay, sir. So somebody's asking a question here. Is it okay to date a single girl that keeps married men as friends with the quotes, no strings attached?
He's dangerous, but except because even with your coach, the way you're asking that coach, no strings attached, makes me feel that even you believe there's strings attached. Even you, anything you do, even you that you're asking me the question, you really believe there are strings attached. So if you believe there are strings attached, look at me.
Honestly, why would a single girl keep strings of married men as friends?
Maybe they are the ones, what do you call them? Is it sugar daddies? We used to call them sugar daddies when we were not children. You call them aristo, whatever you call them today. I don't know what name you call them. So I would suggest that you confront the woman if you're in love with her, she's in love with you, and you tell her to break up with them. Because maybe I don't just tell her to break up, like you're not comfortable. Because if you want to marry someone, you must be open to the person to say, I'm not comfortable with the kind of friends you carry. And these are the reasons why I'm not comfortable with those friends. But again, I'm supposed to be your best friend and your future. So, and if I'm your future, and be honest with you, I'm not comfortable with these friends you're keeping. And she'll tell you why she's keeping them. And if you're not comfortable with their reasons, then you walk away. Or she walks away. She's got to choose between you and them. That's my view.
Okay, sir. So someone is asking.
Get more people to join us. I see our 20 minutes with you guys. I want us to get share. All of this share, it's getting exciting. I'm enjoying it more than you. I'm enjoying this. Go ahead. I'm seeing a question here. What's your take on emotional cheating?
What does that
My
mean?
darling, I don't know, Sissy Jones B. I would like you, Sissy Jones B. I like your question, but could you help me? You know, I speak a different lingua from this generation. Your generation has concocted quite a lot of things, and I really give you kudos for that. What is emotional cheating? Please, I beg you. So I can add it to my vocabulary and I can learn. My wife and I need to learn every day. You people are giving us energy. My daughter is smart and brilliant. She probably would know if I ask her, but I don't know what emotional cheating is. Please help me on that. I want to give you my views on emotional cheating. Please. Okay, go ahead. Sandy Rocks.
Okay, so I'm saying the question. Emotional cheating is when there is no physical contact. But okay, you guys are texting, you guys are calling, but you're not having sex with each other. Is that what she means?
I like this person. Cheating. Everybody is emotional or physical. Okay, I get your point. Emotional, okay, just texting and talking. No, cheating is cheating. The person asked me a question. What's my opinion? Listen, relationships are emotional in nature. Emotional in nature. Emotions are feelings based. In other words, the feelings you have for someone in your heart. The moment your heart is towards another and your body is with another, cheating is engaged at that point. You're bound at some point goes to. I would suggest you don't lead on or respond through all those texting and sextings and chatting late night and anything you do with that person that you cannot boldly tell the lady you're dating means you know what you're doing is wrong. So you know that. But if you can tell the person you're dating and show that person the text messages you guys are exchanging, then it's okay for you to do it if she will accept it. Because in this modern age, there's nothing that you can take off these people. So that's my point.
Okay, sir. So somebody is asking, what is your advice for someone who is in a relationship with a girl that was brought up by a single mom and her mom fed her with gory stories about men? I was feminist.
What's my advice for such a woman?
Advice to the person, to the man
Oh,
himself. He's dating a woman, a girl whose mother has fed her so many gory stories about men. So she's really weary about men right now.
she hates men? I don't get the question, please. Sandra, you explain the
Her
question to me
mother,
your own language,
okay, her mother,
your words.
okay,
Yes,
okay. So her mother
yes,
hates men, and her mother has
yes,
fed her with so many gory stories about men, how men are bad and all.
yes,
And then this young
yes.
man is dating the girl, so he's finding it difficult, like connect. I
Let,
don't know how to like connecting with her and stuff. So what do you advise he does rather?
you should prove the mother wrong by being a complete gentleman. Love her. Don't
Okay,
cheat on her. Take care
okay,
of her. Act polite and be courteous towards her. Let her say, Mommy, everything you've told me about men seems to be wrong. I found a different man. The mom will say, well, this one is different from 500 men. I don't care. Your job is to prove to her that you love her. And to prove that you love her means you're going to be patient with her, you're going to be honest with her, you're going to take care of her, you're going to be caring towards her, you're going to have your feelings for her, express the right possible way. You don't shout at her, you don't talk her down, you don't bruise her, you don't disappoint her. Those are the ways to prove to someone that you love. I can tell you right now for free, whatever she's heard before that time will be thrown out there. Because if you're a good man, you will change everything the mom has said about her. And you can't blame the mom. The mom may have had gory experiences with the men and nasty encounters with the men in her own life. She simply story based on her experience. Let the daughter that you are in love with have a different experience. You be a gentleman. Whatever the mom has said could be true, and I will not say it's not true. Just like if a man can tell another son, don't trust any woman out there based on what I've gone through with women, but that's not true. I have one beautiful, lovely woman in my house. Her name is Nte Kasali. She's the best any man can find. She's an angel. And I can tell everybody that, listen, my dad tried 7 women. I've only tried 1, and I'm in love with her. Thank you. Aha!
What's
This is
your take on a
important.
partner that is hiding health issues?
If you are
What's
sure
your
he's
take on a
hiding
partner
health
that's
issues, if you are sure how do you know he's hiding health issues? Amaka, my daughter, my darling Amaka, how do you know? Now, if it's true that he has issues, then you should confront him and you should make him say that you must have facts that he's not healthy, he's got a liver issue, he's got a kidney issue, he's got some blood pressure issue, and he's not telling you because you are together. If you're married, you've got to help him manage his health, not just his emotions, which is emotional, but he must manage his body, which is his health. And fiance, do not go into it until you know what you're marrying. I don't want to marry I don't want to buy a car whose engine is not good. I don't want to buy an engine whose body is terrible. So I must make sure this body will take me through the journey. Because we are going to Kano and the body is looking booga, 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 booga. This journey cannot pass for Shogbo. Let me be careful so I don't marry another 2-3 years. I'm a widow or a widower. So you must be open to each other sufficiently enough. And even is important, but you must be sure. I don't like speculative information. We must make sure that this person is sickly or whatever. You marry the person. AS is a sickler. It's got some health challenge, but it's not terminal issue. It's not life-threatening. There are people that have health challenges that are not life-threatening. You get the point now, you can live with them for the next 50, 60 years of your life. You know, it could be some hair defect. I don't hear well on the left ear. Okay, no problems. That's not life-threatening. That's not life and death. I still love you the way you are. I'm going to live with you. You get the point now. I've got a shoulder sprain here, everywhere. That's not life-threatening. There are some health issues that are life-threatening that you should open up and say, like, do I want to live with this person till death do us part? That's how you should handle such a matter. So it's important for a lady that committed abortion. It's good. Well, you know, abortion is being treated. I mean, of course, it's not right. Do not commit abortion. That's my doctrinal position as a pastor. When it now comes to emotional issues, my darling Sandra and Amaka, what should you tell the woman who has committed abortion? Except the woman knows that the doctors have told her that this abortion we are doing, you will not be able to conceive any longer till you die. If the womb is gone and the uterus is gone, then that woman, husband to be, that this woman you are married to or about to marry may not be able to conceive. I had a case like that with me many years ago. A young man married a woman and found out that the pastor knew about the case that the woman could not conceive. And the woman told the pastors did not tell the gentleman. They got married and they actually foisted the woman on the man. The man was a very good usher in their church, one of those obedient servants of the Lord. And so after 2, 3, 4 years, he ran into it. They couldn't conceive. And she wasn't eager to get pregnant. So he did some medicals, and one of the doctors, one of the places they went to do scans, said she may not conceive. They did some things about the uterus and this, and found a particular, anyway, by the stomach, there was a mark. So she said, well, it was just one of those surgeries here that one goat hit her there several years ago. So he did the investigation, Sandra, and found out that that woman had committed abortion. And that he saw 1 or 2 documents that gave him the feeling that the woman may not conceive. So what did he do? He confronted the wife. The wife said, denied, went to the pastors. The pastor said, well, it's too late. You're married. Let's even say it is true. It's too late. You're married. You must stay married. Daddy, I'm not saying I won't marry. I've been deceived into marriage. Yes. Daddy, tell me the truth that you knew and you didn't tell me. So it was a very bad case. So I had lunch, I won't forget, with both the pastor many years ago, and I had lunch and I asked the man to his face, did you know this girl would not conceive? And you need that information from the husband. If you did that, then that's wrong. Then you are complicit in this issue because you should have left the man to decide on his own. Now, okay, I'm aware. If the man says, you deceived me into marrying this girl, and I'm not interested in this marriage anymore, the man went to court and they annulled the marriage, not divorced. Annulment is different from divorce. So he was free to remarry, and he is remarried now. He's got 3 kids from the new wife, and they're happily married today. So abortion that is not just abortion. Miriam is not good. Abortion that may end, they make the woman never to have a child anymore. You must disclose, full disclosure, because every man and woman will want procreation, will have kids in the future. So if you know that you won't be able to have a child anymore because of this abortion, you are bound to tell your spouse today. But if it's also one of those things that you don't have to tell the person, that's my view personally. But if he asks you, you must never lie to him. If he doesn't ask you, you don't have to divulge information.
Okay, sir. There's a question here. How do you handle a lady that uses derogatory words to describe anyone she's relating an encounter with to you?
How transparent should you be? One person, Sissy Jones is asking, just give me a second. How transparent should you be when 5 months into a relationship? Depends on, again, thank you, Sissy B. This is very good information. 5 months for some people, it's like 5 days. 5 months to some, it's like 10 months. Depends on how your relationship has been nurtured and grown. Don't forget, some of us are introverts. 2 introverts in 5 months know nothing about themselves. 2 extroverts in 5 weeks, 10 weeks, 15 weeks. 5 months, they are gone out 15 times. Some people in 5 months are gone out only 5 times. So it depends on how you've grown. I do not want to put timelines. I want to put growth. Growth is a function of shared information, shared affection, and shared adversity. So now the affection you've shared, information you've shared, and adversity you've gone through together. That's what makes you both grow. So in 5 months, you measure your relationship with those 3 things. The challenges you've had, how you've reconciled, the information you've shared, and the affection you've expressed. Those are the things that make you grow. That's how you know if you've grown. Somebody can be 12 months in a relationship and they've not grown at all. Not at all. Somebody else in 12 months, you look like they've been together for 4 years. You'll be shocked at how they're close, how much they know of each other. My wife and I got so close in 18 months we were ready for marriage. 18 months. And I was willing to plunge myself into this marriage till death do me part. So I don't want to measure relationship with 4 months or 5 months or 6 months because we're all different. We're all different. It depends on how much time you've spent together in those 5 months. Because in those 5 months, I may not have spent enough time with you to be able to know you because I'm a workaholic. I go to work in the morning, come back at night, blah, 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 and stuff like that. You get? So it's more of how much you've known each other. So your question, Sandra.
How much information about your family should you tell your partner?
As much as possible. Depends on how you grow. Don't forget I said it depends on how you grow your relationship. Everything depends on growth. You're supposed to nurture that relationship and you're supposed to inform each other about what each other are about to get into. Because don't forget, marriage is you're getting into something, but you should open up to each other about your family. I do not expect you to go and tell your family, your spouse to be everything about your father, your mother. They are wicked people at home. You don't need that. He doesn't need that. Because don't forget, at that point, the person I want to know is you. I want to marry you. So I'm interested in you. Don't throw your family's wealth at me so I can begin to say, I thank God I'm marrying your family. I'm not marrying your family, I'm marrying you. So the most important information in any relationship is about the people that they're marrying, not the family. You get the point? So be careful how much you share about your family. Same time, do not hide anything. But more importantly is to know the person you're marrying, not the family. The family is important, but be careful how much you give to the person.
Okay, so somebody is asking, I guess this person is in a relationship, or rather in a situationship, where, so she's asking, how long can a lady be with a guy who hasn't defined the relationship? Because he's claiming to nurture the likeness. So at what point should the girl ask the guy, what thing will they do? At what point? How many months? I think that's what this person is asking.
I think ladies don't know the power they have. Ladies don't know. Ladies, you own courtships. Men, you own marriage. Ladies, you call the shots before you marry. You call the shots. How much? You don't have to ask. You just have to act. That's it. You don't have to ask. You just have to act. ASK and ACT. They're two different things. I'm just telling you now, Sandra. Let me tell you how you act. Hello? Yes, Sandy Rocks. Yeah. Can we go out tomorrow? No, I'm not interested. The man will be forced to tell you things that you want to know. Because you are throwing yourself at him. Every time he calls you, you are there. Everything he wants to give. So without the man asking you out, you've already said yes. So why should I ask you out? I'm not even asking you out. You are acting yes that we are in a relationship. You are putting my picture everywhere. You are telling everybody's my friend. So the guy's like, wait a minute, I've not even asked this girl out. A man should be forced to cough out the word with your actions. Give me the meat. Let me smell the meat. Then you take it in for me. Be ladylike towards me. I'm the one meant to be chasing you. So you'll be asking me, at what point should I ask him, is he chasing me? I'm so confused. I'm not chasing you. You shouldn't be confused. You should let me chase you. Ask you out. So there's a way you can act it without you asking me. And what are we doing here, my brother? Are we going out or not going out? Are you like me? You don't like me? Excuse me? You should make me cough the word out with the time you don't give me green light, but don't give me green one. There's a way you can pull me close at the same time, be very, very discreet with your actions towards me. That's my view.
Okay, so I would like you to take one more question before we go. We've got just 5 minutes left of our time. How do you make a lazy
5 minutes?
Oh. Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun. How do you make a lazy woman?
Before I go, can we ask everybody who has joined today, please, if you've enjoyed today? Somebody told me we should be doing IG Live on Fridays because it's better at the weekend. Somebody said we should do it late at night. We should do it 2 hours, not 1 hour. So after 1 hour, we'll do again. So please, can you please send Sandra, give them as I'm asking a question, give them a link, an email address, something, John, I know, that they can drop a word, they can tell us what they think, they can drop it at how often they want us to do this and stuff like that. So go ahead, ask your question.
Okay, please, if you have questions, and you have suggestions how to who can make this better, please send a DM to 412 Hangout. Send a DM, a direct message on Instagram to at 412 Hangout. We would attend to them. Thank you very much. So the last question before we go.
Yes.
How do you make a lazy woman know she's lazy without seeing it as an insult?
Well, depends on how you define a lazy woman. I don't want to. I don't want to be
Relative.
offensive to our ladies. Some ladies are not lazy these days, and some men are more lazy than women. I don't want to say that. I'm sorry. Don't let's go into sexism tonight. I don't want to mention men and women and blah, blah. Let's just talk about how do you make a lazy person, not a lazy lady. I don't like the word lady because some men are also lazy. I don't want us to pick it as women are lazy, men are lazy. Some lazy person. How do I tell a lazy person? The person is lazy, and I don't want the person to be insulted. It's called tact. Tact. You can tell the truth tactfully, and the person will not feel offended. Absence of tact will make the person feel offended. Tact is ability to persuade, to convince, to express your views to someone you love, and the person will embrace it. So I honestly think you should be able to tell the person to work harder. I don't want to make a general statement. How do you define laziness? The person may not work as hard as you are, may not be as smart as you are. Just get to know a person. Not all women or all men will be as all of us. We're all different. There are some people that are leaders by nature. I found out that people are just different. Not everybody would have the same, the same passion, energy, the same way others do. So let's embrace people just the way they are. My wife, for instance, is not the kind of person that likes to do businesswoman. She's not lazy. She's not the smartest woman I've ever seen in this world. She's smart, she's bright, she reads, she's a business, she goes to office, she's a corporate lady. Some people are not corporate, they're just business. Some people are not business, they're corporate. Some people are hands-on, they like interior decor. So different people with different skills. Some men want to make their women business women to have multiple streams of income. That's not who they are. Embrace them for who they are. Go to the office, they're not covetous, they are content, they like what they're doing. Do not drive your woman to become who she's not. Do not drive your man to become who he's not. Embrace this man, appreciate this man. But if the person does not like work, then the person is lazy. Laziness is defined as people that are unwilling to work. When the person is working and working at his own pace, it's not covetous, it's not. One of my best friends in life is Pastor Pedro Montreal. I love him so much. I like his persona, his lifestyle. Gets up in the morning, goes to the office, leaves the office. He's not as aggressive as I am. I'm more aggressive. He won't put his hand into multiple businesses. He's satisfied. He's not asking you to give him $1 billion. Meanwhile, I also have a son called Fela Bankolemo, who puts his hands on multiple pies and he can achieve all at the same time. We have different people with different skills and different personal. Let's embrace people, appreciate them. Don't let's recreate them. We're not God. Only God can create people. Thank you very much, everybody. I love you all.
In 60 seconds, I'm Oliver Twist. I accept. In 60 seconds, sir, my last question. This is my question.
Yes.
I'm giving information to my partner about my past, and he's not divulging his. How do I handle that?
One chance.
Okay, in 60 seconds, one chance.
I'll give you, yes, because we'll divulge. He's not telling you his own, and you're telling him his own. One chance. He doesn't love you that much. If he loves you that much, he will talk. He will embrace you. That's very important. Okay. Don't forget that. One chance.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Can I go now? I love you all. I love to have this again.
Yes, you can. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for having us today. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Amazing. I see you. All right, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Everybody, I hope you have had an amazing time in 412 today. I hope to see you again in a fortnight. I hope we'll do it on Friday. Like I said earlier on, if you have questions, suggestions on how we can make this better, please send us a DM at 412 Hangout. Hope to see you all next time. Bye-bye.